Namaskar, myself Anupam. Today we are going to discuss the concept of creativity. So, by the definition, creativity is the real root of the present human crisis. That is why creativity is one of the fundamental human values. If we believe that we are creative, we can resolve many of our issues, many of our daily routine problems. So it's the use of creativity is or the principle or the application of creativity is not only limited to the technicalities of the concept or technical issues related to the professional life, but also it can helps us in living a simple and beautiful life. So the what are the basic requirements for the one to be creative? So, freedom of thought, freedom of expression, freedom. Freedom is very much closely related to the creativity. If the individual don't have freedom of thought, then one can't be creative. Again, thought is there, expression of freedom of thought is not there, then also one can't be creative. So freedom of thought and freedom of actions are necessary for creative thinking. So most of the world's renowned thinkers are creative because they freely express their thoughts, expressions, their feelings. So everyone has some creative potential. If I ask you, how many of you think that you are creative? Think a while, then answer. If you think that, yes, I'm creative, then take a pen and paper and write down in which area or in what perspective you think you are creative. And if you think that no, I'm not creative, I'm very lethargic, boring personality, I have nothing to do with this creativity concept, then I'll correct you here because scientifically it's been proven that every human being have some creative potential. It's just that we are not aware of are that creative potential. Like there are three types of creativity by the content: intellectual creativity, artistic creativity, useful or practical creativity. By the definition, intellectual creativity is intellect, that is something related to the mind, beauty of the mind. We developed, if we talk about the 21st century, we have developed n number of machines. IoT is the Internet of Things. Artificial intelligence is doing marvelously wonderful job to affect and to help the lives of the human beings. So that is all the creativity of beautiful creativity of human brain. Like if we talk about the basics, development of the language for expression of your thoughts. Freedom of thought is there, but how will express that? For that there is a communicating way. That is also one of the aspect of intellectual creativity. Like if I can't speak, though as a non-verbal communication we can communicate a number of things, that's also the creative potential. Like if you think that you are not creative, then go back to your childhood when you used to play lot many ground grain games, and to cheat or to while competing with your competitors, you by your expressions you were helping your teammates. That was also the creative potential of yourself. So it's not like you are not creative. Next is artistic creativity. It is something related to the heart, like how I express my gratitude, how I express my happiness. Some people very beautifully draw that. Some people write the poetry to express their love, to express their feelings. So that is the creativity of heart. So all these are creative ways of expressing inner human emotions, feelings, and experiences. The last type of creativity is useful creativity, that is helping the mankind for better living on this planet. It is essential for industrial and business organizations. For example, development of a robot. In the developed nations, they are using or experimenting um, non-human cars or robotic cars that they'll operate by themselves. Although the conditions will be there, the traffic will be controlled by them, and a number of other conditions will be considerable, but that is the useful creativity. So creative organizations find innovative ways of organizing work. There, in many of the hotels, the robots are taking your orders. They are being experimenting how they can use them, right? So this is the useful creativity. So most of the successful and happy persons are creative. Now we learned the concept, all of us are creative. Creativity is generally termed as in doing something out of the box, thinking something out of the box. So we all have creative potential and happy persons are creative. So I am happy, I am creative. 5 steps of creative process. Even though you think that I know I am creative, but I don't know how to express my creativity or how I can explore more or polish more my these skills. So there are 5 point process formula for that. First is problem sensing and problem identification. Like it's for the resolving the problems of the mankind and making our life easy. Many people use the creative potential. So problem sensing is look around yourself. If you feel there are some problems in the environment around you, find out those areas. Where are the environments? What are the issues or what are the problematic factors that are causing that problem in the society? So now you need to fully understand the problem and the journal parameters that are causing that problem, right? So problem sensing, that is finding out the problem, then identification. Yes, it is actually a problem. And the next step is exploration and preparation. Now you need to explore more. Sometimes we think that in our area or the premises where I'm living, this is a problem. But in other part of the world, that problem doesn't exist. So we need not to come up with any scientific solution for that. We just need to replicate the same that the other part of the world is implementing to resolve that. We need to duplicate the same on our premises. So exploration means, is it really a problem? For that, you need to come up with the literature, literature review, published literature, what the previous studies, what the other people think about this problem, then preparing for that. Next is the incubation. Incubation means sleeping over that problem. Now, you're pushing the problem from conscious mind to subconscious mind. By this way only, the person who developed the first steam engine, who developed that? James Watt, we know that. He was working on resolving the problems of the steam engine so that life of the people at that times can be made easy. So he was working over that, but he was very close to resolve or to make the engine design, but not approaching that. Suddenly he was walking, how he got the idea, how he tackled the problem. He was into the incubation stage at that time. He was going for an evening walk in the park, and suddenly an idea clicked. And now we all know that what developments have been made by the development of the steam engine. So this is allowing your subconscious mind to think over the problem all the time, by sleeping, by walking, by waking up, while eating. You're thinking about that problem, thinking about the solution of that problem. That is flash of insight. Suddenly you will get the answer to your problem. That is, after having all the knowledge about what the problem is, you gathered the necessary data. Now you're working towards the solution of that. So that is flash of insight. Next is verification and application. In the daily routine and life, we find out n number of solutions to the problems, but all of them are not applicable. All of them are not viable into the law of human premises. So all mind flashes are not always useful as practical solutions. So we need to finalize by verifying that, by experimenting that. So this is all about the creativity. So the task for you people is now to find out your creative potential, in what way you are creative. Either you are intellectually creative, artistically creative, or you are working on some useful creative potential. Find out that and explore that more to make your life easy and the life of your surrounding people also make easy. Thank you.